Hey, this is the second webinar, and we're looking at why a weekend fast, or in general a restorative break, where you just do things that you enjoy, that's so good for you. Not only it helps you cleanse your body and boosts your immunity, it also kickstarts your healing and it clears stress and old emotional baggage, so you can lift your mood and feel so much better. It's especially important if you don't get enough sleep. How well are you sleeping at the moment? Are you getting enough rest during the day? Are you recuperating? Because especially the early hours at night, they're very important for your body to get on with cell repair and maintenance work, so you feel renewed and rested when you wake up in the morning. Then the later hours of sleep, they're more for processing emotions. So you can see how important that is, and if your sleep is impaired, how that can make you feel emotionally on edge or just still a bit cranky. And it also lowers your immunity. You might be more prone to infections. And we just want to reset all of that you feel vibrant and full of energy all the time. So the thing to remember, and this is so important, I can't stress that enough. A fast is not about starving yourself, not about cutting foods out and all this thinking that you have to deprive yourself. It's the opposite. Think of abundance, of nourishment, of literally you're actually treating yourself. You're treating yourself to space and time and doing the things that you love, that you normally tell yourself, oh, I don't have time for this. I have to do all these mission critical things, sort everything. This is so stressful for your body. Literally, your nervous system can only function properly if you get rest, because the whole parasympathetic nervous system is laid out that way. It can only function when you're resting. In fact, it's all those functions that go on in the background, the metabolic processes. And so you really need some time where you're not under this fight or flight mode, flooded full of adrenaline and raring to go. You need the opposite. You need to be calm and feel really in harmony with your environment and centered and grounded. That's how you heal. So I find it quite cool. One of my friends, she felt inspired after my recent 4-day fast, and she tried it as well. And for her, it was more a religious thing. She was saying that when she came out of it, she just felt so connected to God. It really meant so much to her on a spiritual level. And I can relate to that, because whenever I fast, I feel I can think so much more clearly. It feels like I'm totally aligned with my values and my purpose in life. I know what I want to do. That's why I personally really like to look at my life. Really, I love planning. I just look at the year ahead, and I pick goals, and I choose the things I want to focus on, and it just really lights me up. It is the perfect time to do that, to take stock of what's going well. Maybe what are you putting up with? What are the things that are constantly nagging but you're not doing anything about? What are the relationships that are maybe not giving you this positive energy that you love? Maybe they're draining you. Try and just take stock, so you can then, after the fast, take action and just eliminate those things that stress you and that rob you of energy, and introduce more things that light you up and that replenish your energy. That's just so important. So this is everything at one glance that detox meant for me when I first started out. It was really a time to relax, a time to take a walk on the beach or in nature, maybe go a bit introspective, like I said, take stock of what's going on in your life and really, really slow everything down. Just maybe watch nice movies or read a good book, treat yourself to a nice new music compilation or something. And you want to have plenty of nourishing soups and broth prepared. And if you're really super hungry, you can of course have a little bit of cooked whole grain rice with some steamed vegetables, or you can nibble on some celery stick or something. But in general, I don't recommend eating lots of raw foods, just because it again takes a lot of digestive effort, and you want to do things that don't take a lot of energy. So cooked food, steamed food, soups, green juices, that's the way to go here. And yeah, bone broth as well. It doesn't look so tasty, but it is just so good for your body to get all the minerals. It helps you with not feeling so stressed and anxious, which can easily happen during a cleanse like that, because a lot of old emotions come up, lots of fear, and these are ways of dealing with it. And aloe vera juice, for instance, I start my days with that, with a small shot, and that again gives you more vitamins and soothes your whole digestive system. Yeah, so this is my number one tip. So if you only take one thing away from this webinar, make it this one, that you should drink a tall glass of warm water, so room temperature water, with half a lemon freshly juiced. And that is just perfect for you, because it not only flushes out toxins out of your body, it supports your immune system. It's so full of vitamin C, which helps you fight colds and enhances your body's ability to process iron, which is such a vital nutrient and for your immune system to work properly. And it aids digestion. Literally, it is actually chemically similar to your digestive juices. So if you consume it, it has got a positive effect on your digestion. It cleanses your bowels, and therefore it stimulates the production of your gastric juices, and can prevent indigestion or heartburn or bloating. So it's very good, especially on a candida cleanse. And it even repairs your skin. It helps the collagen to be produced, and something with the connective tissue. So it's very, very good. And it even reduces appetite because it contains pectin, just like apples, which suppresses your hunger and makes you full for longer. And what I really love about it is that it balances your pH. I was shocked when I tried again like 3 weeks ago. I did a pH test, so one of these strips that you put in your mouth and tests your saliva. It was so acidic, and I was already eating so well, such a well-balanced, healthy diet. And yeah, it's just surprising. But then there's so much that goes on other than just diet, like my lifestyle. I am constantly stressed, and stress really changes chemically what goes on in your body, and it really creates an acidic environment, something that shuts down your immune system. So that's something I really have to work on, because all the goodness I'm doing with the diet, with being so restrained, and it's really counterbalanced by this negativity I'm doing by stressing myself out and not getting enough sleep. But lemon water counteracts all of that. It alkalizes your body. You wouldn't think that, would you? You'd think lemon is quite acidic, tastes sour. It actually helps your body be more alkaline, and that's fantastic. That's what we want. I have to say, I actually have replaced apple cider vinegar now in my diet. At least it's only for the duration of this cleanse, and then for a few more weeks, say 4 to 6 weeks in total, just because I've learned in the digestive course that I'm on at the moment that it still feeds the yeast a little bit. Anything fermented, the same applies to sauerkraut and things like that, which are very, very healthy in kefir. But the yeast is so nifty, it can literally survive in all sorts of environments. And even though the apple cider vinegar renders the nasty yeast fungus into a more gentler, easy to combat form, just a normal yeast. So it has got really good properties, and it kills off other germs and bacteria that go hand in hand with this yeast. But nonetheless, it's not enough really to get rid of all of it. Whereas lemon water doesn't have any danger of feeding the yeast at all. It literally, in fact, it just, even in the mouth, it creates a really good environment, fresh breath. It gets rid of some of the bacteria and the stuff that promotes oral thrush. So I would give you the recommendation also to embrace this habit for a fair few weeks, see how it helps you feel more energetic in the morning, And then once you've gone through this and made a few changes, then you're able to introduce probiotics and then eventually also fermented foods. And then you're more than welcome to have apple cider vinegar again, and it'll be so good for you. I think it's safe to err on the side of caution here and use this, because it really does speed up your healing no end. Here, I've included a TED Talk for you as well, because I was browsing a lot of TED Talks recently just for inspiration and motivation. There's some really fantastic ones. There's one about the microbiome as well, explaining really the impacts an imbalance in your gut has on everything, like your brain, how foggy your thinking is, how your emotions are, how depressed you are. So I find that very educational. And I noticed Lisa Rankin, which is a lady, and she talked, there's 3 talks from her, I think, and they're all really inspiring and amazing. This one is called, Is There Scientific Proof That We Can Heal Ourselves? And she goes into detail about how we forget that our bodies have an innate ability to heal ourselves. So we get taught in just advertising on TV and the papers everywhere that we have to buy medicine in order to be healthy, and it's not like that at all. There's a big business behind all of this, the pharmaceutical industry. They just want you to buy lots of stuff, so they're quite content you being ill. But we forget that our body is quite capable of healing ourselves. I mean, obviously, I'm not talking about some fatal disease or infection here. I'm just talking about things that are stress related and imbalances that are caused in the process. So really focus on that and try and regain that trust in your own body, in this knowledge and the belief that you'll be fine, that you can do this, and that you don't have to rely on medicine and supplements and this lifelong routine, that this is just, you can take things. Of course, I recommend you support this cleanse with some supplements, but also never ever underestimate your own body's ability of healing. Like I said, if you give your body what it needs, you have the sleep and the rest, and you fill your thoughts with positivity, and you also feel secure, you feel comfortable when you're at home, when you rest, when you're with your friends or family, or maybe you're working for a really good cause and you can extract joy from that, and you belong to a community. That is so important, the sense of belonging and giving yourself some joy, having abundance in your life, not to feel like you're missing out or you're behind with things. Just literally having this gratitude. You can also build that into your fasting routine. Have a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things every day that you're grateful for, that you've accomplished, and that you can pat yourself on the back for. All the things you do all the time, ironing, just folding, washing, getting the kitchen cleared out after everyone was in there. All these little things that you never give yourself credit for, and they just get done, yeah? And you do all these things, and that's amazing. And now you've even made the decision to become healthier again, and that's so fantastic. So don't ever not give yourself credit for that, or underestimate your body's own ability to sort things out. Don't ever take your body for granted, that because it achieves so many things every day. So you do just want to eliminate things that stress you, toxins in your environment. For instance, I live in a house which is old and beautiful, but it has a lot of mold spores in there. You can see it. The back of the walls, there's some blue, black stuff, and of course it's airborne as well. So it does impair how I feel. When I get out of this house, my health picks up, but I've learned to deal with it. Your body adapts, but just think along the lines of what are the struggles there. Say in my case, if I wanted to live here permanently, I really would have to look at an air filter, at something that gets those mold spores out, and I'd have to look at proper water filter. You can have that in the shower, and also in the system, the tap system where the water comes out. So you really drink the freshest, cleanest water, and you don't have this chlorine and other stuff that comes onto your skin through the water. So there's so many elements, but I mean, don't get overwhelmed with all of this. It's just to remind yourself that your body is such a smart organism. You just have to get out of the way sometimes and allow it to get on with its job. So check out this TED Talk perhaps, and just get inspired with what can happen. Yeah, so this is an image I've put together to hopefully inspire you to maybe give this fast a go. If it's not this weekend, just see when you could do it. Maybe the week after, whenever. There's no rush. This is just to inspire you, to give you hope and give you ideas, like things you can do here. Just maybe you can even do it with your partner, inspire them to do a half-day fast with you or something, and just be there, be present, watch a nice movie, or maybe start something creative, something you haven't done for a long time. The last time I did it, I started coloring. Literally, I thought, oh, I don't have the energy to do drawing or painting, but I bought a book that you can color in, like when you were a child, just as sort of a little bit more advanced. It's like these mandala circles, and I found it really relaxing, and it was helpful to me because it took my mind off things. My mind is constantly racing normally in everyday life, and when I did this fast, I just did things deliberately that took the pace out, that allowed me to read a nice book. Normally, I always read business books now, how to do webinars, how to do all these things. And now I just bought this chicklet stuff and self-help books and all these kind of trivial books, but that filled me with joy. I really wanted to read something down, something I could laugh about, and that's good. Or watch comedies. I watched a fantastic comedy. I'm actually hooked on it. It's ancient. It's called The Third Rock from the Star. No, from the Sun, sorry, and it's so hilarious. I'm hugely enjoying it, and it's so safe and just calm and chilled. There's nothing bad happening, nothing to adrenaline rush. There's no car chases, no thriller. It's really, those are the things you're looking for. Nice music. Maybe start singing. It's fantastic to use all your senses and just do the things again. What lit you up when you were a child? What were those things? Did you enjoy bike rides, going out in nature? Do those things, you'd still enjoy them, you know. So yeah, let's do this. I suggest this weekend already. If not, then, you know, later, whenever. But this weekend would be a good start because there'll never be a good time. Honestly, it's always something popping up. It's always commitments. So yeah, get a few ingredients. You don't need much because obviously you just want broth, so vegetables, something for a green juice if you feel up for it. Some green superfood powders, always helpful. And of course, colon cleanse capsules if you really do the fast and you don't have solid foods. But other than that, just fill your life with love. Do the things that fill you with joy. That's more important than anything else. Even if you can't do the fasting part, just do that. Just recuperate and be you. Just be for once. Wow, yeah. So I really hope that you will take that on board and do that. That would be the most healing thing, the best gift you can give yourself during this cleanse. Okay, I love you and leave you. I talk to you in the Facebook group or on the emails. Okay, bye bye.